anyone being told they're going to meet a Zen master, you kind of think that your life's going to be changed. You think that you're going to get all the answers that you couldn't think about yourself, and that when you come out of it, that most of your problems are going to be alleviated. Now, obviously, that's a huge expectation. But yeah, I was kind of just hoping that someone could fix my problems, really. I'm an artist at heart. My passion is creativity and expression. The one thing that I focus on, well, I focus on many creative outlets, but I think the thread that runs through that is movement and the body. I do a lot of writing to sort my mind because I am very neurodivergent, and I can get quite lost in my mind. I feel like I really do need to write these things down just to remind myself where I'm at, what I'm already achieving. I think it comes down to knowing that I'm already on a good path or the right path, whatever way you want to look at it, but often not trusting that I am on the right path or not trusting the process, feeling quite anxious a lot of the time that it's not manifesting quick enough, or I'm not doing the right thing, or it might get taken away from me, you know, and I might lose that creativity or that urge to express. I don't want life to get me down, so I'm almost kind of battling against life a lot of the time. Therefore, not always having the financial wealth that I'd like to do what I'd like to do, kind of thing. A lot of times struggling like that. Although I know I have abundance in many other realms of my life, I think that's the one thing that kind of keeps me down a bit. But it is also the one thing that helps me feel more creative when I have that scarcity. It's not something I want to stay in though. So there's like a tussle, there's a fight, like an inner anxiety.
Okay, so now I understand your problem you're facing. Okay, we have as a humans living in this era, we have I want you to understand that we have two aspects. One is your individual, okay, and your biological body and your mind, and then you are now 31 and then you're grown up, not a child, okay, and then you're an adult. And this is one aspect, and you can paint and you can create poetry, or you can join the festival and things, and you can do creative things, okay? And then the other aspect is we are social animals, and we have to learn to get involved in society. But since you are so talented and you can feel that you can do, oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And then I like this, I like this, I like this. It's okay to have those interests, and then you're curious like a child.
If I just stay with one thing, in my mind, I feel like I'm not going to get to do the other things when they come. And my energy changes. So I was doing those paintings in more winter time, where I was much more secluded.
Oh yeah.
And then when the summer came around, I want to be performing in front of people and where the party is, you know. It might not be lucrative, but at least in that way I'm a bit more at peace. Like I don't have to do the same thing all the time, all at once.
You sound so happy, I mean, doing what you want, but the problem is about money.
Yes, it's like if I go and work, like construction and stuff like that, I feel like I'm getting taken away from all the happiness. But if I just do that, then I have no money, and that's hard as well. So it's like, it's just that balance. And I think it's just like, that's where the anxiety comes from.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
that makes sense.
right.
Like,
to get a job, I mean, to get paid, you need trust. Okay? And then if you are trusted, people pay you more. If you want to reach the roof, yeah, you need a ladder or steps to go up.
Yeah.
I can feel that you are so talented, but I cannot see the first step to climb up. To me, you haven't found, or you haven't made up the first step.
Okay.
So whatever it is, if it is a painting or poetry, whatever, and then you want to make money, and then money is not dirt. Money is not a great value. It's a tool. It's just a tool. First, you have to give somebody. And then I want you to think about what you can give as a first step. You don't have to stick to it forever.
Yeah,
you never know what happens in the future.
Yeah.
But as a first step, what do? You have to decide it. And then until the trust be accumulated, you have to stick to it. So to do that, you must be recognized from society as a painter or poetry or actor, whatever it is, but you need first step to climb up.
Makes absolute sense.
Okay.
That's something for me to add to those thoughts every day. Like, what trust am I building for myself? And what trust am I gaining from the people around me, loved ones, and even just like public, anyone that I'm around. I think you're right. These past couple of weeks, there's definitely been an energy in me that's been calling me to look after myself a bit more and not be so committed to everyone else. I've understood that a lot of those things have helped shape my empathy and my sympathy, so I can therefore help others. I guess like after chatting to him, basically, I definitely was like, oh, I need to really think about what I'm, I guess, projecting out there, like, in terms of if I want, say, like, income. And since then, I've not raised my income, and if anything, it's gone down more, but I've been way more creative. I have been focusing less on trying to get money and accepting that that's not part of the process for me, and just enjoying my process. People have recognized me more as an artist since doing the more performance art stuff. And they kind of go, oh, okay, that starts to make sense now that you've done these paintings and you've been doing the workshops that you do. I guess there is like a thread there of like, I guess, connecting to movement and identity, and I guess there was some kind of therapeutic element to it. But I do know that all of us have like routine movement that almost puts us like on a kind of conveyor belt every day. And the reason why it's important to break free of that is to kind of realize that, oh, like I am here. I'm not just a robot, you know, doing the monotonous. I can move however I want, whenever I want. It's not all charts and lines and all of that, you know, or boxes or offices, or, you know, we can move out of that. Going back to like what the Zen master said, he was like, or maybe just pick one thing and people will trust you. He was talking about trusting. I think instead of me kind of going, oh, I need I want loads of money and I'm going to get that kind of thing. It was much more like, no, I trust it's going to be all right, and I trust myself enough to delve into my creativity without the need for everyone to buy my stuff. Like, you know, I don't really need that, you know, because I'm happy in my process. Well, these are pieces that I did a good while ago. I was using mastic from construction sites, and I was just kind of like playing with it, like I did with the charcoal, free flowing, creating forms, and having like a kind of relationship with the surface and the mediums that I was using. This is actually the first one. And for me, I guess it's like, these are slightly abstract. So yes, it's human form. These are, well, for me, they kind of look like waves as well, you know. It's actually quite one of my favorites, because the body is suggesting like quite a sedated pose, like just lying down, chilling out, doing their thing. But within it, it's just all these like constellations. It's almost like the universe, like space and time, everything that's going on within the body, the nervous system. That's obviously like in a nutshell, but I have worked in construction, and the material in question is mastic. It's like a sealant. So I just like stabbed it, or I just smoothed it out. I just played with it. I danced with it, kind of thing, and created these. More than the creative stuff, I think it helped me with like more like my relationships with friends and family and stuff like that, or like what I was showing up for with myself, you know, with my health and my body, in order to do the stuff I do, you know. I kind of, after that, was like, I kind of want people, I get a lot of trust. People do trust me, and I'm very grateful for the connections that I have made, but I want to be more conscious about it, so I can be there, I can show up more for people and show up more for myself. So yeah, I guess I would talk to him about that, kind of, I guess, like thank him as well. It's always good to thank people who are endeavouring to help you. So even just a conversation with Osho and mentioning the theme of trust has opened up some kind of clarity within my own process. If you can trust yourself, then you are confident in yourself, and you can navigate this world. You can navigate social situations, you can navigate decision making, you can navigate family, everything comes from trusting yourself.